Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Crush on Location, man. We out here at the Alliance of American Football Combine.
Yeah.
And we got the guy, Mike Vick, with us, offense coordinator for the Atlanta team.
Please get that right.
Yeah, Michael Vick.
Please get that right.
I'm giving that grown man name. Michael Vick. That's my guy, Maceo, man. And we out here, Mike. Thank you for joining us, brother.
Hey, thanks for having me, man. It's always a pleasure.
Let me start this, man. Every time I look, you're doing something. Your pregame showing, man.
Yeah.
You're doing the American Flag Football League. Your quarterback.
Yeah.
Now you're OC it.
Yeah.
Talk about just keeping it going, man, and keeping active out here, man.
As long as it's football related, I mean, it's other things that I try to attach my mind to or try to be involved in, but football is my life. Football is what I love. Even though I retired, I feel like I got more to give to the game. So, being offensive coordinator for Atlanta Alliance, pregame show with Fox, it's all football related. And even playing in the Flag Football League was cool because I don't have to run. I can just throw it, I can just wing it, man. But for the most part, man, I think the direction the game is going, I think you'll have more kids coming up, learning fundamentals, playing flag football. So I kind of did that and used it as an example, for the next generation.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this league, Mike. The opportunity it's going to give so many guys who don't get that shot to play on Sunday.
Yeah, that's what I'm most excited about with this league. You look at an NFL roster, it's only 52 players, and then it's 90 players in a training camp. And you got so many guys coming out of college. You got 500-600 guys coming out of college every year. 234 only get drafted, and when they get drafted, some of them make the team, some of them, don't make the cut, and they have to go off to Canada, and then you never hear from them again, or they go playing in arena football. And you just don't hear from them, and then the road for them to get back to the National Football League is even tougher. This league will bridge that gap, man. I'm so excited to see all these guys, knowing that they'll have a chance to get 2-3 year contracts. Develop a little more. Get better in terms of what their position entails, and make a little bit of money, man. And at the end of the day, they're motivated. They're motivated, and the dream don't stop. And I know what that dream is like, and I know what it's like when it stops, especially when it happens abruptly. So these guys get another opportunity. It's a second chance.
Yeah. So did they offense coordinator? Now last time we saw you was at the True 19 about a couple of years ago.
Yeah, head coach. Head coach, offensive coordinator.
Head coach. Did they get the bug going, or did you just, when this opportunity came, you said this would be a good idea?
Honestly, after that game, I wasn't too thrilled about coaching. It wasn't like I left that game saying this is something that I really want to do with my life. I want to become a head coach one day, because I know the hard work that has to be put in. But it's amazing in what a year makes, the difference a year makes as far as preparation, mindset, what you want to do with your life. And when they came to me with this opportunity, I didn't think it would necessarily be real.
Yeah.
You hear about a bunch of leagues starting up and they never come to fruition. So I was just, I see how it goes. The next thing J.K. McKay sent the contract through, and okay. And then, 2 months later, they're booking a flight for a press conference. I'm like, all right, cool. So now we at this point, man, and now my mind is just ingrained in football. And, being an offensive coordinator, I know this is new for me, so I have to crawl before I walk. So, got Coach Brad Childress, our quarterback coach Kevin Rogers. I'll be able to learn from those guys, and hopefully in a year or two we play really, really well, and maybe I can run my own team one day.
So now we talk about the realness of this league. CBS has partnered, so it's going to be televised. It's starting right after the Super Bowl, so it's legit.
Yeah, it's another extension of the football season.
Right.
So, if you're bored, I know the NBA will be playing, but the playoffs don't start till late April.
Right. You got a long time.
You get a chance to follow, another league and more football, man. And I think you can't get enough of football. If the National Football League was 365 days, it will be in tune. So we got another opportunity to just, watch guys grow and develop, and Yeah, I was telling a couple of the kids out there yesterday, some of you guys will emerge as superstars in this league, and that's the fun part about it. So get that in your mind right now.
So people want to know, what type of offense will Michael Vick run?
I mean,
what type of spread we gonna be?
I think it'll be a mixed bag. It'll be a smorgasbord because I played for Dan Reeves. I played for Andy Reid. Jim Moore, Chip Kelly. I was in Pittsburgh, for a year. I got multiple playbooks, man. I got photographic memory of the things that we did. It's all about not necessarily what the offense is going to look like, it's what the defense dictates you should do.
Right.
So I think everything will be based off watching film, and that was one of my things I did really, really well, broke down film as I got older. So now I'll be able to break down film and then place something out of this book with this defense. And then with Brad Childress, he was one of the best offensive coordinators, in his tenure in Minnesota and in Philadelphia with Andy. Yeah. So I'm just going to learn, soak it all in, man, and it's going to be a really, really good ride.
So I got a running bet that you're going to be more West Coast, because I think when you really took off, I always think about that Washington game.
Yeah.
And it's like
it West Coast
everything came together. It's like, this is the offense that's best suited for your skill set. So I think that's what you're going to probably give these guys.
Yeah, well, I think it'll be a mixture of that, but it's all in what my quarterback will be able to do well. Like I got to play to his strengths and
sound like Coach already?
Yeah, no doubt. No, it's what my coaches taught. I sat down with numerous offensive coordinators and coaches over the course of my career, and they always did the things that made me great. So you want to always try to make it easy for the player and let the offense be, somewhat user-friendly.
I think people don't realize that being out here, we see some athletes out here too.
Oh yeah,
they're going to see some athletes. Talk about some of the guys you've been able to see over the past couple of days.
I mean, just the quarterbacks was really, really good yesterday. The defensive backs, I'm not a defensive guy, but I know defense, so it's hard for me to pinpoint who might, be a top tier player. But the guys out here today, they coming up, they dapping me up, and they super strong, and they 21 years old, they fresh out of school, and I think just by me being here and being able to be in their presence, gives them a different ambition, give them a different, type of motivation.
Right.
And I'm not worried about them as, their attitudes or, why they didn't make it or what happened. It's about what's happening now. To get out there and control them, put them in a controlled environment and be able to help them grow as men first, and then as football players. Right. Is what this will be all about. So I'm excited that I have a chance to work with young men, not just doing football camps, which I love to do, but I'm with the kids for 4 hours and I got to leave them.
Right.
So now I have guys that I can work with every day and we can grow every day.
Right. Do you think about when you first came to the NFL, if things like this were in place, could have helped a lot of your teammates, guys that you saw come in and out of camps, and they didn't just have a lifeline, so they had to start real life.
They went off to Canada. They went off to arena. And, it wasn't no league in between where they could, go somewhere and still be visible in the United States and, really extend their career, flourish. So I'm disappointed, that it didn't happen up until this point, but it's better late than never. A lot of those guys, they spent 2-3 years in the league, and we all were young and kind of took it for granted. Especially first, second, third year, we thought we all would play for forever. Even guys who were 4th and 5th round draft picks, and we hang out, have a good time, and coaches get width of it, and get away from what we're doing, and next thing you know, that 6th round guy's not on the team anymore. So there was no fallback for him. The story was out on him, or whatever you want to, however you looked at it, the rap sheet wasn't professional. So they move on.
Now, one thing, Mike, that's just always apparent, that for as long as you've been in the game, man, since 2001, this city loves you. Man. You know what I'm saying? When you went to that
American
Atlanta. Flag football, you was up there in Kennesaw.
I took off 15 pictures in the lobby at the hotel.
When you went to the flag football at the Kennesaw, people were screaming at you. It was packed house. You had to do it.
They was a little hot. They was a little mad that I ain't win that game. I ain't gonna lie. They was hard on me that day. I heard one guy say, Mike, man, I could have saved more money. I said, this ain't tackle. If it was tackle football, it'd be a different story. I started to take my flag off.
But if you were going to do it, you had to do it in Atlanta, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I told them the only place I play is in Atlanta. Don't take me to Indianapolis or Texas. I love Texas, but let's kick it off in Atlanta for me, where I can at least let my fans and my fan base and the people that I love, see that I still got the cannon.
Yes. Oh no.
Can't really run no more, but I still got the cannon.
It's funny they said they were mad at you.
Yeah, man. One dude asked for his money back, man. I said, man, this ain't tackle. I play tackle football. Yeah, you know what? I felt bad because I got a little salty. I was a little salty. I'm not a sore loser. I hate losing. Winning has always been catfish. I'm playing Candy Crush on the phone.
Gotta win.
Gotta win.
Gotta win. Now let's talk about your gig on Fox on Sundays. I like the way you kind of give the quarterback perspective to a bunch of guys in there who don't understand what it's like to get under center and see the game from that kind of view.
Yeah, that's the cool part about doing TV, man, and very thankful that Fox gave me an opportunity to be on TV and elaborate on the games, or week in and week out, give a quarterback's perspective, and also be able to talk about the defensive side of the ball too. I feel like I've seen so much in the game of football, and I so much knowledge, so much to give, that it comes out in different forms. And the thing I go up there and I just be myself, and I speak my mind, and try to say things that's relatable. I don't try to get into numbers or stats because people don't understand that stuff.
Right.
If I'm shooting out a stat, I'm shooting out for a guy who might understand it. 20 for 28, 233.
Yeah.
You might have to throw that out there sometime, but man, just to be able to be with guys like Tony Gonzalez and Coach Wanstead, man.
Great crew, man.
Just a good crew that care about you. They help you.
Yeah.
And we all share insight, so we feed off one another. So yeah, it was a blessing, man. Last year, 2017 was real good to me. 2018, I just continue to say my prayers, and hopefully the blessings will continue to still come.
Now, one thing we adding to your repertoire, actor. Cause that Atlanta scene, Mike, was one of the funniest we've ever seen, man.
Yeah.
How they get you to get into that, man?
My wife was behind that. They reached out to her, and somebody she knew asked me if I would do it, and I was like, Donald Glover? Yeah, that's kind of cool, man. So just to be able to see, how actors operate and how, they're so. Calm and consistent in that environment. You can tell that that's what they do. Now, me, I was just like worried about, getting my line right, and I only had to say 3 words. Wanted to be on cue. But yeah, man, it was just a real cool look, man. And
did it come out like you wanted it?
Yeah, it did. I mean, I didn't know what I was getting into. I just showed up one night and we were just sitting out there talking. It was like, all right, Mike, go right ahead and take off like y'all running, and the acting thing.
Yeah,
I did it, man. I did it to the best of my ability.
But you didn't race.
No, we didn't race. But
my favorite part when you come up like this.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got the crowd hyped there. Cause I told him if he really wanted it, he could have got it.
Yeah.
But it was a little cold that night. Stiff. I was real
You worried about the hammy.
I pulled my hammy in the flag game. So imagine what I did in that parking lot.
Come on, Mike. Oh, come on.
It was fun though.
Yeah, it was good.
Last one for me. The city.
Yeah.
Atlanta always loves you.
Yeah. It's a blessing to be able to come back to Atlanta, man. And I live in Fort Lauderdale now, so it's like an hour-and-a-half flight. But to be able to come here and always get just a warm welcome, a warm reception, wherever, man. It could be in the airport, I could be down at Lenox, I could be in Phipps Plaza, I can be at a restaurant, or just like at the hotel.
Yeah.
You know, whether white, black, or different, man, it's love.
Yeah.
And I appreciate that, man. That's just it's the state of Georgia, you know, city of Atlanta, all the surrounding cities.
Yeah.
I represent everybody.
And finish up, tell them about what they can expect from this league, man, that's coming up this spring.
You can expect a lot of excitement. You expect a lot of young guys to emerge and you know, further their careers, but very competitive. It won't be something that's just fly by night, or we just looking like we just doing a trial run. It's gonna be real football. You know, all the rules and regulations will apply. Safety, you know, will be first. You know, as far as you know, protocol for concussions or injuries. I met this, you know, the training staff yesterday, which wasn't a surprise, but you know, I just felt like, you know, everything was moving the way it was supposed to. It's really professional football,
right?
And so don't expect any gimmicks. Expect, you know, us to come out and put on the show.
Start February 9th, guys.
Absolutely.
Lions of American Football.
Excited.
For my guy Mace Show and our special guest Mike Vick, man.
Seven. As I call him.
MV7.
Seven.
Also actor Michael Vick. You get a sad call yet?
I mean, it was Michael Vick. it was Mike Vick.
He did that for the people.
He did it for the people. This is Eagle A's, man. Thank you to Crush on the Road. We'll talk to you next time. Peace.
Oh, boy.
Wow.